card debt is a hole no one wants to be stuck in. So today we spoke with students on OSU's campus to hear how they feel about debt and the pressures to keep up with all the bills. Getting a gauge on campus. Could you tally one for us? I asked students if they are worried about credit card debt as everything gets more expensive.
I mean, I don't have a credit card myself right now, but if I did, it definitely would be something I would think.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm gonna mark yes.
What about you?
I do have a credit card, but I'm not really worried about my debt right
Okay,
now,
you want to check no?
probably.
The way I personally spend money,
Yeah.
I should, unless it's an emergency, be able to pay it back.
In the Buckeye State, the average credit card debt among all young people was more than $3,300. The study shows young adults are more likely to overuse their credit cards and rack up debt earlier in their career with less savings to fall back on. Among large cities, Columbus came in 28th. Students on campus offered their advice to avoid debt. How do you avoid that, do you think?
Paying on time.
I think I'm responsible enough to know when I can spend, when I can save.
Having to pay on time and just to make sure it doesn't get out of hand so you can actually manage it.
Establish a plan, stay on top of your bills, budget and market, and if you can, talk to your relatives and friends.
Senior bank rate analyst Ted Rossman weighed in on the conversation. Rossman suggests taking advantage of rewards and buyer protections, getting the lowest interest rate possible.
It's worth pointing out that people often get into debt for practical reasons. So that's another reason not to feel ashamed by it. You have plenty of company, and chances are it was an emergency expense like a medical bill or a car repair. These are the most common reasons why it happens, but we need to break the cycle. You can't just make minimum payments. That's not nearly enough.
If you do find yourself in the hole, Rossman says there are ways to recover.
But you can make a difference by getting a balance transfer card, working with a reputable nonprofit credit counselor, or pulling other levers like getting a side hustle, selling stuff you don't need, cutting your expenses. You don't need to do these things forever, but even 6 months, you can make a big amount of progress.
Reporting in Columbus, Krista McFarland, 10 TV News.